Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, the link to that will be in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment. I also ask that you guys please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. And thank you so much to all the subscribers I have so far. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I post daily pick-a-cards in my stories. And if you want to donate to the channel, the link to my PayPal will be down below. So let's get started. So everyone, please excuse my nails, but this is going to be an ancestral reading. I have beaded necklaces to represent every single group, as well as pre-written channeled messages that correspond to a group. So we'll get started. Group number 1 with the red beaded bracelet. Group number 2 with the white beaded necklace. Group number 3 with the seashell bracelet. And group number 4 with another beaded necklace. So take your time to pick your group, and we'll get started. So group number 1, I have your channeled message here, and I'm going to read it. Your message says, "We've walked the same roads you have walked, but in different ways. The same struggles you face are the same struggles that plagued us. You are chosen to break the cycles that we couldn't. You have everything you need to be your best self. Do not stand in your own way. Release the past and have hope for the future. Surround yourself with people whose shoes you would fill. Life is too short for regret. Try everything. You will only live this life once. Heartbreak, falling in love, happiness, and sadness are all a part of life, but do not let your emotions rule you. Sometimes in life you need a clear head and a clear spirit to move forward. Break through generational patterns and carve out a life that you will be proud of, regardless of what others think. Do not place limitations on yourself." And at the end of the letter, I have the names Samantha, Aaron, and Holden. So I don't know if that means anything to some of you guys. So group number 1, I'm going to pull a card from each of my personal decks. So the first one, we have a boat on a lake. And the second one, sorry about that, my star will shine one day. So your messages from your ancestors are all about being sort of like the captain of your own boat, directing your boat where you want to be in life, and being unapologetic, taking into consideration what you want in life and following that rather than what anybody else has to say. Because people always have something to say about your life and how you're living it, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be the ones to live the consequences of your choices. So your ancestors are saying, when you make a choice, be willing to accept the consequences of that decision that you have made. So with my star will shine one day, your ancestors are letting you know that they see all of the hard work that you have put in, and even though sometimes it seems like all the work you're putting in is not reaping any rewards, or you're just running in a circle, divine timing plays into everything, and I know a lot of people don't like that term divine timing because you can put in so much work and so much effort into something and not see any tangible results, and it can be very discouraging at times. But my star will shine one day is sort of a symbol of hope. So yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 1, and I hope that resonates. Until next time. So group number 2 with the white beads. I have your letter here and we're going to read it. So the 2 words that stood out for me when I was channeling your message were the words royalty and opal. So your message reads as follows. Never underestimate the power of self-love. Never underestimate your worth. Learn to set boundaries. People learn how to treat you based on how you treat yourself. Teach them to treat you like royalty. This means that you need strict boundaries and to learn to respect your own boundaries. This is one of the lessons you must learn in life. You cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot be everybody's hero. You can only be you. You are all that you need to be. You are more than enough and more than capable of achieving all that you wish to achieve. Work on setting clear boundaries and you will reap the rewards of your seeds. And along with this letter, I channeled some names. One of them is Hannah, Peter, Hogan, or Logan, I wasn't really sure. So that is what I have for you guys. So group number 2, I have pre-shuffled my 2 of my personal decks. I'll take a card from each of them. So number 1, we have 2 people walking along a beach. And number 2, we have the strength of the ram lies in its horns. So, with this first card, you can clearly see the difference between the sand and the ocean. So one of your messages from your ancestors is that you need to set your boundaries. And people will learn to respect your boundaries once you are Okay, sorry about that, group number 2. There are a lot of people in my house, so sometimes it can get really noisy. But what I was saying is that there's a clear distinction between earth and the sea. And land animals live on the land, and sea animals live in the sea. So that kind of boundaries are sort of similar to the kind of boundaries your ancestors want you to have. Not everybody deserves the most intimate parts of you, which in tarot can be represented by the cup suit, the water. Some people just need to see the surface level of you, okay? Because not everyone has good intentions for you. And like the strength of a ram lies in its horns, sometimes you need to be very strict and very harsh with your boundaries. And some people might see that as aggressive, but at the end of the day, you need to protect your own energy, your own happiness, and your own mental health, because that is paramount. Because like your ancestors said in the messages, you cannot give from an empty cup. So that is all I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time. Group number 3 with the seashell bracelet. I really love this bracelet. My mom gave it to me, so I have your letter right here, and I'm going to read it right now. Work with the energy of water and cleanse yourself. An offering of water libations would be beneficial to your ancestors. Cleanse yourself and release yourself from any negativity and evil. Ask and you shall receive. Cut cords of the past to create a whole new life. Plant new seeds and destroy old, spoiled harvests. Live a life of abundance by sowing the right seeds. Be careful of what you wish for. Be careful about the seeds you sow. They will bear fruit. And along with this message, I channeled some names. I have Harmony, Rumi, and Rikta. Yeah, I think that's what I have for you guys. So group number 3, along with your channeled message, I shuffled 2 of my personal decks. I will take 1 card from each and see what you guys have. So the first card we have is a man on a boat. And the back of it says, "Move on, time to go, or welcome, enjoy your stay." In this case, I really think that some of you guys need to move on from an old situation and release things. But moving on from something is always going to be going towards something else. So what you say no to, when you say no to something, you're always saying yes to something else. It also goes as follows. "Hello, traveler. You have traveled rough seas and braved storms and near destruction. It's time to rest or move along to a better situation. You are protected." So that is the first card I have for you guys. With this card, I feel like your ancestors are saying that they've seen a lot of the things that you guys have been through. You guys sort of have been like this man, trying to control a boat on very rough seas. And so they're telling you guys to move on from a situation that is no longer conducive to your energy, and to cleanse yourself and cut cords with people unapologetically. So the second card we have is aim or think ahead. So there's a lot of blue in these cards. Aim or think ahead, like your ancestors were saying in the channeled messages. You guys have to be careful about what you wish for, because everything you do will have a consequence. So the seeds that you sow today will reap fruit, maybe not tomorrow, maybe 2 years from now. So everything you do, make sure that it is conducive to your energy. So if you guys are manifesting, make sure you manifest things that you really want and don't have any conflicting energies, because that just confuses God, the universe. I use the term God, so that just confuses whatever higher power you believe in, and it scatters your energy. So let go of old things, old situations that are no longer conducive, and be very strategic in where you place your energy. So that is all I have for you, group number 3. Until next time. So group number 4, Hopefully I can finish this reading before the battery runs out, and I've been interrupted twice already. So I have the letter right here, and I'll just read it. Your channeled message goes as follows. Follow your passions, have a fire under you that burns with desire for a life that you wish to lead. Do not let that fire die. Cultivate it, as it is the hope you need in tough times. It is the hope that you need now. The hope of the future and the hope of tomorrow. The hope of the life you know you deserve. Fight for the life you want. Be relentless in cultivating your talents and monetizing your gifts. You have these gifts for a reason. Use them to change the world or to advance the generation that comes after. Never let the fire die. Never let hope leave you. I apologize for the background noise, if you can hear that. Along with this message, I have the names Rhonda, Tina, and Marvel. So that is what I have for you, group number 4. Okay, group number 4, I have shuffled 2 of my personal decks, and I'll be taking a card from each deck. And there's a lot of noise with this specific pile. Like, my house is usually very noisy, but with this specific pile, everyone just seems to want to make noise at the same time. So I'm taking that as a sign, Maybe there's a lot of people telling you guys what's good for you, and maybe you guys are at a very confusing time in your life. I don't know, but we have the first card here, which has a picture of a green vineyard, I think. The back of the card says, growth and abundance, time for harvest is near. You will reap what you sow. So with that being said, you guys might be working very hard at something, and it might seem like it's not going anywhere. You might be seeing a lot of ones, maybe 111, I don't know, but you guys seem to be working really hard but not reaping the rewards of your hard work, and it can be quite frustrating. And maybe your environment is not exactly conducive to the things that you want for your life. Maybe you have dreams, but they aren't going to be manifested in the specific location that you are. Maybe you need to move in order for your dreams to be realized, which is currently not very possible with the world's current energies. But that could be a message for some of you guys. But with this message right here, it's confirmation that whatever you guys are working on is going to be abundant. It's going to grow into something bigger than you thought it would be, because all of these trees and plants started with seeds, and seeds are, like most seeds, are very small. So you can imagine something so small being planted and turning into something so beautiful and so big. And like trees are very abundant. They bear a lot of fruit, and they are able to bear not only fruit but seeds that could bear other trees. So that can be a message for some of you. The next card we have, Precious Treasure. I'm also being called to pick another card. We have Cooperation. So with this Precious Treasure and your channeled message, I read something about you guys having gifts that are worth being monetized. So you guys have a specific gift, whether you think it's worthy or not to be monetized, meaning that you can use that particular gift to financially benefit you or others. Your ancestors are calling you to monetize your gifts and be able to, for some of you, put food on the table. For others of you, maybe start something that will last many generations. Lastly, we have cooperation. Again, with the noise in the background, I apologize. So with this and your channeled message, I feel like you guys might meet someone very soon who you could collaborate with. Or once you guys start taking whatever gifts that you have and monetizing them, you will build a large corporation. Even though it says cooperation, I think that you guys could be entrepreneurs and have a corporation. So being self-sufficient and maybe thinking about entrepreneurship rather than working for other people is one of the things your ancestors want you to know. So group number 4, that is all I have for you. I apologize for all the noise in the background if you can hear that. Until next time, bye.